we're about business. We're about helping you understand how to grow your business, how to start it, how to grow it, how to scale it, how to influence, impact, and empower others. All of those things. At the end of the day, what we want to help you do is to make a little bit of money, money, money. All right. So now I can't sing, but that's all right. So how are you doing tonight, Angela?
I am excellent. I am excellent. It's good to be back. These quarterly shows always remind me of how much fun we have when we get together.
Yes, it does. And every now and then we got to pop in here and help people realize their dreams and goals and aspirations and help reinforce some of the things that we talk about. So even though we come in on a quarterly basis, we don't want you to run your business on a quarterly basis. We want you to run your business every single day. All right. So now let's go ahead and get started. Angela, this past weekend in a lot of states, we started daylight savings time, right? Where we spring forward an hour. There are some people where, probably early for some. Well, they were. Let's see, they were spring forward. So yeah, they might have been too early for some, or no, too late for something.
No,
right?
late.
Yes,
Yeah.
too late for something. If they didn't spring forward, good thing my Apple iPhone takes care of me, so I don't have to worry about it. It's gonna make sure that I'm on time, right? There's Androids. I don't know if it does that, but we won't go there. All right. So.
Well, I was, since I'm queen of the airports, I flew home Sunday morning. So it's funny because when I was getting ready to go to bed, I usually wake up anyway, but you never want to miss a flight, right? So I always
Right.
do the extra alarm, but I do the timer. And so what I did was, it was like 10 o'clock and I was counting the number of hours before I wanted to get up because I wanted to get up at 3:30 a.m. My flight was at 6. And because I counted it the regular way, right? Not with the knowing that I needed to subtract that hour, I kept saying something about this don't look right. Like I couldn't figure it out. It took me like 20 minutes to figure it out. And it finally dawned on me. I said, I'm gonna lose one of these hours because I also told Alexa to wake me up in that many hours. And what she said the time was gonna be was 4:30. And I kept saying, no, it's supposed to be 3:30. So I get to the airport at 5 o'clock, 4:45-ish Sunday morning. Cedric, that was the most crowded airport I had seen in forever. And the problem was, going back to what you said, so many people forgot. And the airlines were trying to pivot. They were opening up other security points because people were running late and they were about to miss these flights. And those planes weren't going to wait for those people. So
Right.
yeah, it was a hot mess at the airport Sunday morning.
Yes. So, I was in Orlando and God told me to leave. I was supposed to leave on Sunday. God told me Wednesday, it's time for you to go home. And so I rebooked my flight and I left on Friday instead. And let me tell you what, I'm glad I did, because then Sunday when I was home chilling, I saw these messages on Facebook saying, "Oh my God, if you're at the airport in Orlando, da 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 da, be early and all this type of stuff." And I'm just like chilling, getting ready for church. And I was glad that I see, when you have a mentor, you have to be willing to listen. So I was
That's
glad I
right.
listened to my mentor.
No, you're spot on. Because Sunday, I bet, and like I said, Memphis is a small airport. So if it was that crazy there, I can only imagine what it was like in Orlando.
Yeah, absolutely. So just like, with spring cleaning, you got to clean out your business and your home, your life, your home. You got to do that to your business as well. And just like April showers bring May flowers, consistent effort at work is going to bring great, beautiful payoffs for you a little bit later, right? So it's time to spring into action, spring clean your business, spring clean your business mindset, spring clean everything you do. It reminds me of a good friend of mine said one time, stop looking at your calendar and start looking at your watch, right? I've already posted about that twice this week. I'm going to be reminding you. You said in January, you said in December, you wanted this, that, and the other. Now it's go time. Are you working on this, that, and the other? Are you doing the things that you want to do? And tonight we're going to be talking about some of those things. We're going to get into a lot of different things. But before we go there, Angela, because we want to make sure that people stay tuned in. Before they go there, let's talk to them a little bit about what's coming up on March 30th.
So on March 30th, we are having another thing that happens for us quarterly, which is Connect and Collab. And we are really excited about it. And so one of the things we started doing now, gosh, it's been like 4 years, Cedric.
Yes.
We started having these quarterly events where we come together and we invite, entrepreneurs, wannabe entrepreneurs, people who just want to connect, as in have a connection with other people, but also have the potential to build collaborations. And this is also, stemming off of the fact that that's what we did, right? We are entrepreneurs that all have our own businesses, but we came together for a collaboration and we built something that's been pretty great. And so we wanted to create that same atmosphere for the many people who've been through our 12 cohorts of, master classes and boot camps, but also just anybody. And so on March 30th at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
No, 10 Eastern Time.
That's right. I got my time zones wrong. 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, excuse me. We are having our virtual event titled Connect and Collab. And so we want to invite each and every one of you to come connect with us. Like I said, if you're a business owner, we want to see you. If you're thinking about the fact that you may want to begin to navigate your next career, many of us are at those ages where retirement is imminent. And we're starting to think about, now that I can do anything I want to do, what would that be? How do I get started? Who else do I know that's doing it? How do I join a community of like-minded people? Well, we've done that for you. And so we'd love for you to register and join us at Connect and Collab.
Yes, absolutely. And we're going to have a great time. If you just want to get to know people, you want to increase your tribe, you want to increase your mindset, then you need to come to Connect and Collab Saturday, March 30th. Go ahead and put it on the agenda. We're going to put the link so that you can register. There's no cost. So don't worry about it. Don't bring your wallet. Just bring your mind, right? You don't have to worry about bringing your wallet that day. Just bring an open mindset, bring an open spirit that you want to gain some value while you're giving some value, right? And we're going to provide a lot of value, but you are going to be a part of the networking that happens at this event. So you're going to be able to give out some value as well. All right. So, and if you think that you have some value that you want to give and you want to add to the group, we're going to have an opportunity where you can actually spotlight your business on that day. So we're going to talk a little bit about that a little bit later, but get ready, and you may get an opportunity to do that. So now, Angela, so far this year, I know you have been busy. I don't know if she's in Memphis one day, she's in San Francisco another day, she's in Jersey another day. We never know where Angela is. All I know is, I keep getting the reports from the airport that this lady is stalking the airport. Okay? But you've been busy, which is a great thing, right? So,
yeah, it is.
Tell us about some of your ventures so far this year.
Well, this year, I actually say most of my travel has been more personal than professional. So last week I flew to San Francisco, I flew to Jackson, Mississippi, and then I did fly back Sunday to New Jersey. So San Francisco was an anniversary trip. Both my husband and I had been to San Francisco for work reasons. And early in my career, I lived in California, so I would go to San Francisco, but we realized we'd never been together. And so just trying to plan a little excursion. We did that as a short anniversary trip. And unfortunately, I had to leave it a little early because I had then I flew to Jackson, Mississippi, which was actually, as much as I've been in Mississippi, was the first time I'd ever flown into Jackson, Mississippi. And then I spent a little time in Tennessee and hung out. But I've been able to start the year off with definitely, more training. I think, no matter what other things I do, training is always going to be that dominant thing. Partly because I've been doing it now for about 30 years. I love it. I love to get better at what it is that I do, but also learn more things, new techniques, and then be able to share with other people. So recently, I was able to help launch a new program here in Newark, New Jersey through Rutgers that they're doing with the Department of Health. And we started that off with DISC assessments because, I believe any leadership program, a leader's got to start with self leadership, and self leadership always begins with self knowledge. And so DISC is always a great segue for that. And as I was even looking at that, and I'm in the process of trying to create an assessment or something for my own business, I got to salute you because I saw your post where you commented on the volume of assessments that you did in 2023. So I just want to celebrate you because that's a great accomplishment.
Well, thank you very much. And we'll talk about that. Hey, Dr. Sitsi, Dr. Burns. Hey, we have all the PhDs showing up here tonight. That's what I'm talking
Look
about.
at Beverly. Beverly, I was in Brandon. That's where my the soror that I stayed with. I was in Brandon. So I was actually in your neck of the woods.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you let us know you're here, we'll pop your name up on the screen as well. So yeah, I have been busy. I was busy in 2023, just grinding, selling assessments, and I wanted to make sure that I got my brand solidified in the marketplace, and one way to do that is to sell a lot and put a lot of stuff out there in terms of in customers' hands, right? That's going to help you build your brand awareness. That's going to help build your market share. And that was one of my goals. And then the company sent me a message and showed, how much I sold last year. And it was just like, wow, that is just like amazingly crazy. But that just goes to show you that when you put in the work, man, good things will happen, right? Sometimes it may not be as fast as you want, but it will happen if you're consistent and intentional. Right? And then, so this year I'm on a grand scale trying to help others understand how to increase their brand awareness. And we'll see a lot of marketing around me with my branded strategy. And it's about your brand, your name, your way, right? It's great to market everybody else's stuff, but that means that your stuff will always be just a Me Too type of a product. And if you're a Me Too, then that means that you're always going to be second chair. You're never going to be Me Too and be first chair. It just doesn't happen that way, right? So if you want to be first chair, meaning you want market share, you want brand awareness, brand recognition, then you need to be first chair and you need to market your business and put your brand out there. It doesn't matter if your brand is small today, it will never get big if you don't put it out there, okay? No company ever started this way. They all started here and they built it, right? No mass movement ever started this way. It all started like this and then it grew, right? So you have to be intentional about getting your brand out there. And anyone that wants to help get their brand out there, then they need to, I post the link just about every day, letting them know how they can do it.
Well, I just want to piggyback on what because I agree with wholeheartedly. I don't even know if you remember, like it was probably around the time we first started really working together. And I started talking about, I'm not wearing other people's stuff. Like I used to carry like branded backpacks and branded things from other things that I'm affiliated with, right? And it wasn't that I wasn't still a fan of those things. It was that I had the awareness then. I was like, how will people, like if I'm walking through an airport and I got a backpack and it says company XYZ on the back, then that's what I'm advertising.
Right.
And my point was, I want people to see me walking through the airport. If I'm gonna wear something, I want to wear my stuff.
Right.
And there are also some organizations, when you're a part of them, they actually discourage you from wearing your stuff. They want you to wear all of their stuff. And I tell people, and I started doing this about 3 years ago, I'm like, you realize you're making them rich.
Right.
And they're getting rich, and I'm not against it because I bought the stuff, but I believe, as another one of our fellow coaches says, if I eat, everybody should eat, right? So we're helping that person eat, but we're hungry.
Right.
Some of these coaches and trainers, nobody knows who they are. And so that was really, like I said, about 4 years ago, it really started to resonate with me. And that's when I was like, you know what, I gotta brand my own color. I gotta do my thing.
Yeah.
And so when I travel, I want to, if I'm gonna wear something with words on it, it's gonna be my words or
Yeah.
words that represent one of my businesses. And so I salute what you're doing. I agree with it 1000%. And I would tell any and everybody at a certain point in time, you have to separate yourself. Because too, in the service industry, which is what we're in predominantly, there's a coach on every corner, right? Like, you can't scroll Facebook and not
Right.
see another coach or see another trainer or see another speaker, which are the things that predominantly many of us in this community, the EL community, and different things, which is the services that we do. So what makes us different? How do people begin to recognize us? You got a
Right.
brand. So no, you were spot on, Cedric, spot on.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. It's a great place. Anywhere you start is a great place to. It's a good place to start, but it's not a great place to stay. If you stay there, that means you getting comfortable, and when getting comfortable means you're not growing, you're not expanding. Right? When I look at Apple, when I look at McDonald's, when I look at Nike, when I look at the Jordan brand, when I look at all of these different brands, they're always looking to grow and expand. Ray Kroc helped McDonald's brothers understand that, right? They could have stayed with that little five and dime burger shop in California, wherever they were, right? And Ray Kroc said, there's bigger out there, and you need to go out there and get that. And that's the same thing with your business. There's bigger that's out there, and you need to go out there and get that. And so if you're interested in that, definitely reach out to me. Every day you're going to see me posting a link. I have some stuff coming out next week. It's going to blow your mind from a branding standpoint and helping you really get the branded strategy, right? So, and I'll be doing some more calls around this as well. So let's make sure that you stay tuned and stay tuned in. So, with that, Angela, we've all been putting out different products and services, and some of you who are listening in, you might have put out a new product or service. Definitely put it in the chat. Let us know what you're doing here new in 2024 in your business, because we may not know, right? So, but tell us, Angela, some of the new products or services that you're bringing out to the marketplace this year.
Definitely. And too, I want to shout out my girl, Anna Eccles. That's my sister down in Memphis that's just watching us tonight. So it's good to see her. And she has her own magazine, and that's her brand, the Cover Magazine. So she was definitely promoting her brand. And, Cedric, that's a great question, because most people know, we have a membership community as well that is comprised of members of people who have, participated in our, whether it was boot camp or masterclass. And, today I did a teaching talking about products and services. And one of the things that has really gotten me focused on products, and you spoke to some of the new things that you're doing, is, Cedric, I like mailbox money. So let me just start there. I like mailbox money. Now, some of you may be wondering, what is mailbox money? And if you watch it, put it in the chat, right? Mailbox money. So for me, mailbox money is the money that shows up in your mailbox, quote unquote. Now, I don't like physical checks, so I really don't, but I will take them. But whether it's your Stripe acknowledges or your PayPal or whatever payment service that you use, people are buying from you. Yeah, Facebook users said mailbox money. And it's money that you're making where you're not present. So in other words, because you have products and things that people can buy from you, you can make money, as we like to say, in your sleep. Now, I don't know about it, nobody else. Now, I like money as much as the nice person, but sometimes the best money is the money I make in my sleep. But I'll be like, oh, I sold something. So that's why
Hmm.
products matter. So I just wanted to lay that as a foundation, right? Because some people may be wondering, I thought you all were coaches and trainers. Why do you need products? Because of a few things. So one of the things I learned when I first started speaking, Cedric, that when you have an audience in front of you and they love you, they will pretty much buy anything you selling if you got it in that moment, right? And so often I would be there with nothing. Yes, I should be embarrassed, but that's the truth, right? And so I
Right.
told my husband, I said, you know what? You ain't gonna never catch me nowhere else when I ain't got at least something people can buy right on the spot. And that could be, some people it's books. And I know, you have a journal, you have two books. One is an anthology, one is your own book. I have an anthology project and a journal. Dr. Nick has a journal. So all of us have physical things that people can buy, right? That's one thing. But also, whether it's a course, whether it's a shirt, you can hold your arm up again, Cedric. I always notice that you got bands, those bands on your arm, and they're
Oh
branded.
yeah.
Like, these
Yeah.
are things people, if they wanted to be more affiliated with you or they love the quote on it, they can physically buy. And so this is what I call mailbox money, because they can also get it off our websites. They can get it off Amazon if it's sold there. And that's when people go look you up or go to your website or whatever, and they say, hey, I want to buy something else from this person. I really enjoyed their presentation. They were a great trainer, whatever that is. That's why we need mailbox money, because at the end of the day, mailbox money or products helps us grow our businesses and grow our brands, because more people can get access to us. And if the only way people can get connected to us is if we're in the room, now we're limited. You and I and Dr. Nick, we're all John Maxwell coaches. And I even remember one of the first times I heard John speak, and that's been about 12 years ago in person. He said the reason why he started writing books, because he realized that even though he was a leadership speaker and people were inviting him all over the world, if he only was able to connect with people based on the rooms he could be in, his reach and his impact would be limited. By writing books, people all over the globe can bring John Maxwell into their home, into their lives, into their companies. That's why products matter. So this year, the one product that I'm really looking forward to, I think more than anything, is my own individual book, right? So I've done an anthology before, but I'm writing a book that's titled The Journey from Transitioning from Peer to Supervisor. And it's something that I started working on years ago. It was one of the first trainings I ever created on my own. And, I've delivered, more times than I can count. And I'm like, you know what? Just like John, if the only people who get to hear this are the people I present in front of, I've limited the impact I can have. So let me write this as a book and share some stories. And, of course, and now it can be something that can be shared globally. So that is the big product that's coming out this summer, which is my book. But also, like you said, T-shirts. We're coming up with some cards that are like affirmation-esque type cards and positive thoughts. People are looking for things like that, but also to digitize them. So for people who want them and be able to have them in a digital space can do that too. So those are just a couple of things that I've been working on that I'm really excited about for 2024.
Well, that is awesome and exciting, and we'll look forward to this summer getting some of those things, out on the market and in our hands, and we'll be back on here to talk about it when it all comes out, folks. So stay tuned for those things coming out, and while you're busy over there conquering the East Coast, I'm over here in the dirty South trying to make things happen. um, And so one of the big things is obviously the branded strategy, your brand, your name, your way. We'll continue with that. We'll be doing some more master classes around that to get people signed up for that. Along with the branded strategy comes what we call the CAA certification, which is a certified assessment affiliate. So if you want to sell custom branded assessments, guess what? We have that for you, right? If you are a business owner and you're looking to have assessments for your employees to take and put your brand on it, guess what? We have that for you as well. And with this CAA digital badge, what it's going to allow you to do for the entrepreneur is to offer your customer something unique and different, and to brand the assessment with your logo on it. Here's why this is important. Let's say you walk in an office somewhere and someone is taking an assessment, right? And someone has that assessment laying on their desk. Do you want them to see your name or somebody else's name? See, it's not when you're there in the building, it's when you are not in the building, right? And that person who's taking that assessment has that assessment sitting on their desk, or they have it up on their computer screen. You want your logo, your brand, that's what you want them to see. That's why this is important, right? And if you don't understand it, you definitely need to get with me, because I can help you. See, here's what I understand, Angela, I hear a lot of: more leads, more revenue. Business owners always saying they have this desire or desperation, if you will, for more leads and more revenue. But what they don't understand is marketing and sales is a continuum, and it starts with awareness, brand awareness. See, decision makers are more likely to buy from a familiar company or brand. We have a lot of data that shows that, right? In fact, they're 2.5 times more likely to buy from a brand that they know versus a brand that they don't know. Think about what you do when you go in the grocery store, right? How many people are going over to the Yugo parking lot versus they're going over to the Mercedes parking lot, right? How many people, when you go in the grocery store and you're getting your Van Camp beanie weenies or your Van Camp pork and beans, right? You're not going over there to get that other brand, that off-label brand, right? Unless you're on a tight budget. But most likely you're looking for that brand that you know and you recognize. That's just what people do, okay? There's plenty of data that shows that. Customers who are already aware of who you are, and they're aware of how much more your brand is embedded in their head, they're more likely to make a quicker decision to buy from you, and they're less price sensitive than if they're unaware of your brand. If they're unaware of your brand, they're going to be more price sensitive, meaning they're going to scrutinize your pricing, right? If they're more aware of your brand and they like your brand, guess what? They more than likely will buy. The percentage is higher that they will buy from you, whereas they won't buy from that other brand, right? So that's one thing that we're doing. We have a lot of stuff. The automated pricing tool, I'm telling folks in the leadership development space, if you don't have your the automated pricing tool, then you're just guessing at your pricing. This tool has evidence-based pricing in it. I've done the research in terms of pricing for different products, and that's the pricing that's in here. We just launched a new feature last week that I'm excited about, where now when you go into the calculator tool, it will automatically import it into your proposal. So now you don't have to manually do it. In fact, the way we set it up as well, you can just go straight into the proposal and say, add the calculator, and it's going to automatically put all that information right in your proposal for you, right? So we've done some great things with the automated pricing tool. I'm going to be doing some more calls around that. Yeah, you're right about the books. We have, I wrote the anthology, which is the Blueprint for Manager Success. Then I wrote my book, The $1 Million Beach House. That's what I'm sitting in right now, my journey to an extraordinary life. And then in about another 60 days, we're going to have a new book coming out that's around. We haven't figured the title yet, but it's an emotional intelligence book, and it's going to be. We have a book, a journal, and a workbook, so that when we go into your company and do workshops for you, it all matches up. So it's going to help you improve your emotional intelligence. It's going to help you to gain greater clarity in your leadership, because we know that when we improve your emotional intelligence as a leader, you become more clear in your message, how you react, how you respond, how you influence, how you impact, and how you empower your people. So I'm excited about those things. But one last thing, Angela, tomorrow I'm going to roll out, well, actually yesterday I did, but I'm going to roll out some new stuff around it. And this is specifically in school districts. I want to help people in the leadership development space that want to get into schools, help them understand how to create this campaign called Product of the Product. I've already rolled it out to the district that I went to school in and grew up in, and everybody who I've talked to, principals and discipline coordinators and directors and superintendent in the district, love the idea. It's called Product of the Product. So now what you're going to do is be able to connect with students at a deeper level. It's going to be a whole campaign that we're going to be doing in Louisiana, but I'm going to roll that out so that other people can do that in their own school district if they want to.
Post, yes. Well, I saw it today. And I saw all your pictures. I thought that was so cool. It made me start thinking. I was like, do I have all of mine from like kindergarten all the way to 12th grade? But I liked it, and it made me think about, so even though I don't do a lot of work in schools, I think about often being a product of public schools. And I remember when my daughter was coming up, and there were a lot of coworkers of mine that really, were urging me to perhaps put her in charter school or private school. And because in a lot of places, especially more urban places, the school systems tend to not be equivalent to their private counterparts, right? And so I remember the prodding, and I remember telling them, I said, well, I'm a product of public schools. And I think I turned out pretty good. And so I'm going to keep running with the public schools. And of course, I never took my child out of public schools. And, and she was even in a school that had a, very advanced program, international baccalaureate program and things like that. So, I think sometimes public schools also get miscategorized.
Sure.
And people don't see the quality. And my other point always was, if those of us who can leave all do, then who's left?
Right.
Who's left to save the schools? If it's parents like me that show up for the PTA and do the things that need to be done, that also helps the school, because, there will be parents who are not engaged. Some of them because they can't be. They're working 2 and 3 jobs. And so I say all that to say, I admire what it is you do in the school system and how you work with everyone, and as well as the badge of honor that you carry about being a product of the product. Like, I love it. So I think it's a great marketing tool. And I encourage those of you who want to do these things that Cedric is doing, you need to jump on a call with them. Like, he look, I don't know what everybody else is doing. I can only tell you what I know he's doing. And I know he is making it happen. That's what I know.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, it's definitely a passion of mine. I love it. And yeah, I'm going to share with people. I'll start tomorrow, but I'll set up a call as well. It's going to be called the Product of the Product calls, to help people understand how I even came up with the idea, and then what to do, what things we're going to roll out. I'm sharing it now, but this is going to be for the fall, because it's going to be a year-long program. Product of the Product. We're going to have people from different career fields and all this type of stuff. And all we want to have in this Product of the Product is going to be regular students, not people who went on and played pro basketball, football, and all that type of stuff. Nope. We want people who are regular students, so that students who are in school today can see that they don't have to be an athlete to be successful. They don't have to be an athlete to go to the next level. They don't have to be an athlete to be relevant and feel relevance, right? And there's nothing wrong with athletes, all right? I want to make sure you understand it. Nothing wrong with athletes, but that's not our focus. Product of the Product is taking a regular student and helping them understand that they can influence, impact, and empower other people. Because I was a regular student. I wasn't an athlete. Oh, well, wait a minute. I did play football one year. No. So
Well,
we
you
have some
know,
people
no,
who we have some people, hold on one second. We have some people who said, one Facebook user, I'm sorry, I don't know the name, it's just coming up as Facebook user, says, I'm working on a journal and cards for my a new program for women in ministry. That's their passion. Another person said, I'm participating in a school district career fair next week. Great, that is awesome. I'm also collaborating in a collaboration meeting with Boys and Girls Club directors tomorrow. Awesome. I'm excited to be a part of the career fair because there will be college representatives there. That is awesome. Created to dream. I love that that name. Showing seniors how they can get into the AI space, and we know that everything is going to be AI going forward. So that is awesome. So whoever that was, they said, that's me, Cedric. I'm sorry, but our Facebook is just coming up saying,
I
so
know.
whoever that me is,
Me,
put your
what's
name
your
in the
name?
comments.
Yeah.
So what you're going to say, Angela?
Funny. No, I was going to say, no, the AI space, it is. Oh, Beverly. Oh, okay. I wonder why I switched you over to Facebook user. That's so weird. Okay,
Yeah.
Beverly. But yeah, AI is everywhere. Like, I know one of the Super Bowl commercials was, I believe it was Copilot, which is Microsoft's version of AI. And so, I didn't watch all the commercials, but what I did was I read an article about, the wins and the highs and lows of Super Bowl commercials. And so that one got my attention. I was like, oh, I like AI. And so I downloaded the app on my computer. And I'm sure some of the other ones do it too, but I just found it so intriguing.
You said Microsoft?
I think it's in the Microsoft
Oh,
AI.
okay. Are they still a company? I mean, I'm an Apple guy, so I don't know.
Well, yeah, right. But Microsoft still has Outlook and all those things, right?
Yes,
So
no,
all of those
I
are
know.
in the
I know.
Microsoft family. Because I had ChatGPT app already, so I downloaded it. That's right, Copilot. And I said in there, I just said, for graphics, you can say like, make me an image of, and then like for a podcast that I'm going to start. And it just boom, 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 boom. It took a few seconds and there's this image. I just described what I wanted the image to be and it made it. And I was like, it's almost like scary. Like it can do everything. Sure. And
yeah.
But yeah. And I was on an HR training the other week, and they were even talking about, as HR professionals working with companies to get policies on AI, because, if it's really important, for instance, for the company to have work generated authentically, they need to put in their HR policies that, for assignments, it can't be generated through AI. Otherwise, when people do those things, then they don't have a leg to stand on. And it was things that I was like, I hadn't even thought about that, but that's really a valid point. Like, you have to tell people how you want AI used in the place of business, especially today, because you don't know where people are getting their information from.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So maybe this is Beverly as well. Says she have her AI certification as an AI specialist, so she's ready to take it to the next level. See, that's running ahead of the crowd right there. Early adapters. That's awesome and outstanding. But hold on one second. I want to tell AI something. Hey, AI, put $2 million in my account right quick, please. I just want to see if it really works.
So who it's talking to. So, it might go to, Bezos or somebody's account and go get 2 million down and give it to you. I don't know.
Hey, it won't bother me one bit. That's that mailbox.
I can see that. That's right. That's right. But no, I love how you, and which is one of the things I think we all try to do in this community is, we believe in one, taking some risk, right? And stepping out and being in the forefront of certain things and doing some things, doing it, and then coming back with our results. And what we do with our results is we try to help other people.
Right.
So it's okay, this is what I did and how it worked for me. These are the steps. I've already done all the work for you. Now you can have this, or be a part of this program, or you can purchase it, or it's in this ebook or whatever. And I think that's how we advance knowledge. And so, but we also share our wins and our learns. Like everything we try, it don't take
Oh,
off with flying colors. And
absolutely.
so like I said, I see so much on social media sometimes, and I just sometimes want to ask people, have you checked the receipts?
Yes.
Because, and the receipts don't necessarily mean the cha-ching receipts. It just means the receipts are the people who are trying to get you to follow them or join their program. Are they really doing the things that they're telling you to do? Have they put it to the test? Have they learned from it? And if so, then yeah, go with them. But if they're just telling you about what they heard or read, then I'm like, this is this, because a lot of people have followed folks and it didn't go
Right.
so well. So I just commend that, again, you're saying this is what I'm doing, this is what I launched, this is how I got these contracts in these schools. And now I want to help you, those of you who want to do this same kind of work, learn from what I've done, but now you don't have to make the mistakes because I already made them for us.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and definitely everything I try doesn't work. But you know what? I try new stuff all the time.
Mhm.
I'll try it. If it works, boom, I'm running with it. If it doesn't work, I just put it to the side, revamp it, and try it a different way. Right. And but you're absolutely right about the receipts. I laugh sometimes internally about some of the people that they will call and say, "Hey, Cedric, you're doing this. I want to do this," and then I tell them what to do, and then they start questioning. Well, how you know this is going to do this? Look, folks, and this I control myself sometimes, because sometimes the old Cedric want to come out, but I control myself because sometimes I do want to say, you might want to Google me and check the receipts and come over here where I'm living at right now. I'm not living a life that somebody else's, somebody else's life. I'm living this life right now. And if you want to do what I'm doing, then here's what I did. Right. And you just got to trust. And I'm never going to tell somebody to do something that I've not done or tried. And that's just the way I am. And I'm never afraid to share what I've done. You see, because
Exactly.
I heard John say this many years ago. He said, look, the reason why I don't mind sharing all my stuff is because I know that I have more. You see, and that's the
Exactly.
same thing with me. I don't mind sharing with you. I'll show you the playbook. I'll give
Yep.
you step by step how to do it. Now you have to go and execute it, right? And if
Yep.
you want to do what I'm doing, then just pay attention and listen sometimes, and don't question, well, how do I know this? How do I know that? Because I've done it.
That's right. Or, like Paul has been known to say, and I tell some of my clients the same thing, follow me until you catch me in a lie or prove me wrong, right? Because we
Right.
because we're not gonna lie to them, because like you said, we something the good, the bad, the ugly.
Right.
And so if I'm being as transparent and I'm showing you what worked, I'm even showing you what I didn't, where I may have had had to do a relaunch, or as Kendrick said, you're the king of launches. Now you got a new nickname, Cedric. So you're the king of launches.
I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So that's something I think people have to follow. And so I know we only got a few more minutes, but what I did want to make sure we also announced really quickly was this Thursday night, we are graduating our
Yes.
12 cohorts of entrepreneurs and wannabe entrepreneurs who trusted us in their journey, their 60-day journey. And I am so excited for these individuals. They've been committed, they've done the work. And I just will say that, it's hard to believe, but we've gone through 12 cohorts. And so if you missed this one, that's okay,
Hmm.
because we'll be back in the fall. Now you need to stay
Yes.
connected with us. Come to Connect and Collab at the end of the month. Continue to follow us if you're not our friends. But just know that come September of 2024, cohort 13 will be taking enrollment, and you can actually enroll in cohort 13 this March at Connect and Collab. You can get in early.
Yes, absolutely. And also, you can register to enter for a chance to showcase your business at our Connect and Collab. See, that's how confident we are in our business and our product and our model. We're okay with giving you a little shine during our time. All right. The lucky winner is going to be announced on Wednesday, March 20th. So it's not too late for you to register to get in and have an opportunity to showcase your business at Connect and Collab. And we'll make sure that we put the link in the chat here. Let me pull that up real quick. We'll put that link in the chat. I know I have it somewhere, and make sure so that you can get that. I know Nicole sent that to us, and she's gonna kill me if I can't find it.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, she sent me an email. So let me pull that up. But yeah, she did send an email earlier today. I have been busy. I have it right here. I'm about to registration
link. Let's definitely
actually
do that, because
I don't know that this is a registration link. This is a Zoom link, actually. Let me see here. Let me click on this right quick. I'm sorry, folks, but I guess you can. She registered. Yeah, she hey, all righty. Well, excuse me, Dr. Nick.
She got that professional account. You can do registration.
Yeah, okay. The registration link is right there. All righty. So there you go, folks. I am.
B-Jack said it's probably a Zoom registration link. So register so you can showcase your business.
Yes, absolutely. So Dr. Nick didn't change the game on us. There we go. Okay.
I'm mad at her.
Well, that is awesome. Well, folks, I am so glad that you joined us tonight. We only have a couple more minutes here. I'm so glad that you joined us tonight. Hopefully you got something from what we're doing. You learned something. You can take something away from it. Reach out to Angela or myself or Dr. Nick if we can help. Trust me, folks, I will always try to help you and up level you in your business. I don't hold anything back. That's just not in my nature. And if we're in the same city, you can still get in and compete. I can't service everybody that's in the Houston area or everybody that's in Louisiana. So I don't mind sharing, right? Angela can't service everybody in Jersey, and well, she's all over the United States. So she can't service everybody. And Dr. Nick is in Atlanta. She can't service everybody there as well. So, but if you have a limited mindset where you can't understand that, then I'm sorry for you. But I hope that you understand that we want to help you. We'll make sure that you get the link that you can see it. We'll send it to you, Dr. Beverly. And let's see here, Angela, we have a couple more seconds left. Anything else you want, last minute things you want to share?
I agree with everything Cedric said. We want to see you at Connect and Collab. So March 30th, put it on your calendar, 9 Central, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Put it on your calendar now so you don't forget. And if you or somebody you know is really looking to elevate their money, their mindset, and grow their business and connect with their ideal client in 60 days, register for cohort number 13 of the Business Connection Masterclass.
Yes. Well, thank you guys very much. Make sure you have a great rest of your evening. Have a great rest of the week, because I know, boom, I am. Peace, and we're out of here.